Guys, this is Jesse from Team Patino. This is May 2014, and I'm going to explain my spirit deck. Once again, I am in love with this deck. It has beaten so many good decks. For example, Modoche, Ghost Tricks, Noble Knights, Boojins, Sylvans. It just murders everything. Alright, one thing about spirits is when they get summoned, they go back to the hand, just to let you guys know. Anyways, I run 3.
During the end phase, right?
Of course, during the end phase, they go back to your hand.
Alright.
I got 3 Nikatama. Her effect is when you summon, you can normal summon another spirit monster. Also, if she goes to the graveyard, either by the field or doesn't matter, as long as it goes to the graveyard, and if you control another spirit monster, you draw an extra card.
Do you think it's mandatory to run 3?
Definitely. There's 3 for sure. No matter what deck you do, of spirit deck, you must have 3. Also, 3 of her little boyfriends. It's Arotama, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. This guy is your engine. You must have 3 of these guys. These guys, basically, when you get summoned, you get a spirit monster from your deck and it goes to the hand. Then you got 3 Kage Tokage, I believe that's
Kage Tokage.
There you go. Or I just call them the 3 lizards. His effect is when you normally summon a 4-star, then if he's in your hand, he gets better summon automatically. Now, a good combo is you summon the blue one, summon orange, you search, and then boom, better summon him. That's 3 monsters in one whole turn. Beautiful. Alright, next up I have 2 of the Yashka or Yash. Like I said, guys, the names are pretty hard for me. Their effect is when they get summoned.
Yaksha.
There you go.
We'll just go with that.
When this guy gets summoned, you can return any magic or trap on the field, which is perfect because you don't want those, bottomless or anything like that. Then you got 2 of the Yamato no Kami. This is the only spirit monster that can get special summon by removing 1 spirit monster in your graveyard, and then boom, he gets special summon. He also has another effect. If he destroys a monster, you can destroy a magic or trap card on the field. Then we got 1 Izanami, I believe that's how you say your name. Her effect is if you can discard any card from your hand to get any spirit monster from your graveyard. So basically, she is your recycle. She does everything all over again. Then you got your little game changer, Ratsu, or anyways, this guy right here. If you summon him, you reveal 1 spirit monster from your hand, then target 1 face-up attack position monster on the field and return it back to the hand. This is like a perfect card. You could put it face down. If they attack it, it doesn't matter. As long as it gets flipped, or if you summon him, all you gotta do is reveal a spirit, go back to your hand. This guy won me so many duels, it's ridiculous. Then you got another game changer, Dark Dust Spirit. When he gets summoned, you destroy all face-up monsters on the field except for him. So like I said, there's like a dark hole basically, or like a lightning vortex.
Or a torrential.
Or yeah. This guy's so good.
Better than Black Rose, because Black Rose destroys himself. This monster stays alive.
And then once that happens, it goes back to your hand, so you can do it again all over again if you want. Then you got 1 Fench Chang, I believe that's how they say his name. When this guy gets summoned, destroy all your opponent's set, magic, and traps. Once again, that's like a Heavy Storm right there, or a Harpy's Feather Duster. Really, really good card. Then you got 1 how do you say that?
Izanagi, probably.
This is actually not a spirit monster, but it works for spirits. His effect is he can get special summon by removing 1 spirit monster in your hand. Also, his effect is all spirit monsters on the field don't have to go back to the hand if they don't want to, as long as he's on the field. Then we got 1 Yamata Dragon. Once again, this card is actually really, really good. If he inflicts any damage, you draw cards until you have 5 in your hand. So once again, this card can be really, really good. And of course, 1 Battle Fader, just in case you're right open and Battle Fader can save your butt.
And I've seen it happen.
That's right, love Battle Fader. I'm thinking of having 1 more, but as of right now, I think 1 is fair. Alright, for my magics, I have 3 creature swaps. Once again,
broken card. I hate it.
My brothers hate this card because they just get so mad. Once again, you give them your spirit monster, and then of course you get 1 of theirs. At the end of the turn, your spirit monster goes back to your hand. So basically, you just stole a monster from them.
It's like a change of heart that's never gonna go back.
Like the best card. You must.
If this deck starts topping, I guarantee this card will be banned.
This deck is like.
Or limited.
Must have 3. If you don't have 3, then you might as well just quit Yu-Gi-Oh.
And the awesome about it is that it don't target.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, before I do that, it does not target. So if there's a monster that says, negate, this card cannot be target. It doesn't matter because this magic card is not targeting your monster. And of course, you got 2 Mysticals. You could run 3, but I actually like 2 because you have that that monster that you can return back a magic or trap. So you only need 2.
The monsters take care of back row for the most part.
Yeah, so you only need really 2 Mysticals. 2 Kaiser Colosseums. Actually, a lot of people don't run Kaiser, but I do, and it works for me so well. I really recommend a Kaiser. I run 2, but I think 1 is fair. But I think 2 is so much good because once in the field, your opponent wants to destroy it as quickly as possible. So that's why you have a plan B by having 1 more.
Honestly, Kaiser stops a lot of decks. Maybe not Boojins, but for the most part, it stops a lot of decks from going off. Kaiser, really good card.
1 Mystic Box. It's kind of like Creature Swap, but instead you give them your monster, but you destroy one of theirs. Once again, it's actually a really good card.
Another broken card in the deck.
1 Darko because of course you have to have a Darko.
A staple.
And 1 Double Summon. Believe it or not, Double Summon, I may take it out, but believe it or not, it actually helps me more than it actually hurts me. I actually like this card in this deck. Alright, moving on to traps. 2 Legacy of Yatagarasu. The reason why I have it is because if you have Creature Swap or a Mystic Box, they have a Spirit Monster for 1 turn. If you activate this card, if your opponent has a Spirit Monster, you actually draw 2. But if they don't, you draw 1. So it's like a Jar Greed. But if you have a good card. Also, of course, if they Typhoon it, boom, activated, they just wasted a Typhoon. I run 3 Fiendish Chain because you know what? It's Fiendish Chain and that's all I gotta say.
Fiendish Chain.
2 Mirror Force. What can I say? It's Mirror Force. Come on, guys. You guys, it's not rocket science. Torrential Tribute. Actually, this card is actually really good for spirits.
Is that a parallel? Oh, parallel?
Parallel, that's right.
Nice.
Beautiful, right? It's really good because once you have your spirit monsters, like I said, at the end of the turn, they go back to the hand. So if your opponent ever goes on by something like 1 billion monsters, just throw in a tribute, they're dead, and you still have your monsters in your hand. 1 Compulse because, come on, guys. Once again, it's Compulse. Summon Warning, another staple. Bottomless Strapple, another staple. And last but not least, this card actually works really good with spirits. Scrap Iron Scarecrow. It's actually a really good card with my spirits. A lot of people don't run it, but what can I say? I'm not most people. Alright, moving on to my such side, right?
That's extra.
Extra deck, okay. You know what? I'm kind of new, not really.
He's new to competitive tournaments. He just built to have fun. But you better watch out for this deck because once he gets competitive, it's coming for you.
Alright, 1 Cowboy because you know what? Cowboy can't win you the duel if if your opponent has like 500 life points. Just Cowboy and then boom, they're dead. 2 Maestro. The reason why I like this card is because if you have a Kaiser Colosseum, just put this guy in defense mode. If they kill it, detach. Good card.
It gives you time to stock up your hand.
Exactly. 1 Fairy Cheer Girl. The reason why I have her is because I actually run a lot of fairies in this deck. And I'm going to show you a good combo right here too. That's a fairy. And then that's a fairy right here too. Put that together. And as long as you have another spirit monster on the field, you can always detach. But make sure you detach the blue one, okay? He goes to the graveyard. And as long as he goes to the graveyard and you control a spirit, you draw a card. Then her effect kicks in. If you discard a card, you draw another card. So you're basically drawing 2 cards. That's why I run her because I'm basically drawing 2 cards every turn. 1 Wind Up Zen Master. A lot of people don't run it. And I'm going to explain to you why I do. Once again, you get 2 monsters, right? XYZ. And of course, you get the orange guy, which is Aromata. I forgot his name. Alright, detach. Blue goes to the graveyard. Since blue wants the graveyard, I control a spirit, I draw a card. His effect kicks in, put this card back face down. And at the end of the turn, it gets flipped face up. So you're basically searching again. So once again, you summon, you search, detach, put it back face down. At the end of the turn, it gets flipped, you search again, and then this card goes back to your hand. So you're basically searching 2 monsters in 1 turn. Really good card. I highly recommend it. 1 Diamond Dire, because if you...
It's Diamond Dire.
It's Diamond Dire.
Gets rid of anything.
And of course, 2 101s.
Big boys.
These guys won so many duels. Just be really, really good card. If you have 3, I would definitely want another one more. 1 Black Ship of Corn, because it's a good card, especially for ghost tricks and stuff like that.
Now, would you take that out for a 101, or would you keep it in there?
Definitely. Yeah. Black Ship of Corn, it's a good card, but not that important. Utopia, believe it or not, it's a really common card, but Utopia actually have saved me in the past, and I think I'm going to keep them in this deck. Thunder Spark Dragon. His effect is get 3 4 stars, put them together, detach, I believe, 2 or 3. Yeah, detach 3, destroy all. Actually, I think it's all monsters.
All
right?
face-up monsters in the field. And if you detach 5, you destroy every card in the field.
But if you detach 5, you destroy all cards in your opponent's side of the field. So once again, it's a good card. I haven't used it yet, but one of these days I am, and people are gonna start crying. All right, one was a Shark Drake.
Yeah, number 32, Shark Drake.
Okay, his effect is 3 4 stars. If he attacks a monster, if he kills it, detach 1 more. Bring that monster back to the field. It loses 1,000 attack, and this monster can attack again. So basically, it just drains your opponent's life points.
It's like a double kill.
It's like a double kill, exactly. 1 Garnic Launcher.
I hate this card.
Good card, good defense. His effect is detach, destroy 1 monster on the field. But of course, if you detach twice, you can actually destroy 2 monsters on the field in 1 turn. It's not once per turn, just really good card. Last but not least, 2 Proton Strike Bowser. With Bruiser, I believe. Bouncer, there you go. His effect is if your opponent monster activates an effect, detach 1, negate it, and it loses 1,000 life points. This card won me so many duels. I highly recommend this card. And last but not least, my side. I wrote 1 Chain Destruction just because Harpies is one of them. Even what is it? Ghost Trick actually.
Pretty much anything with the field card that gets increased.
Good card. Impure Iron Wah for Boojins and like a lot of cards that needs to get removed from the graveyard or anything. Of course, 1 Light Imprisoned Mirror. Once again, it's for lights. Anti-Spell Fragrance for spellbooks, and I hate spellbooks.
Noble Knights.
Or Noble Knights, actually, yeah, Noble Knights as well. 2 Closed Forest. The reason why I have this card because a lot of people nowadays run field cards. If you have this card on the field, your opponent cannot activate field cards, and if they do destroy it, they cannot activate a field card that turn they destroyed it. So they still gotta wait 1 whole turn. Good card, I think. 2 Soul Drains. The reason why I have this card is because for Burmos, and it just messes people up. 2 Dark Doors. The reason why, so it can slow down. What is it called?
Gergias. Any swarmy deck, Thunder Fam.
Yeah, it just stops your opponent to have all your good combos in your hand. You could then you just go off. 2 DNA Surgeries.
So go back to Dark Door. What does it do exactly?
So what it does is only 1 monster can attack per turn. So if you have 5 monsters, only 1 monster can attack. So it definitely slows your opponent down. 2 DNA Surgeries. Just because for Boojins, I guess a lot of their cards actually works for like
Beast Warriors.
Beast Warriors. So if you change it to like I don't know Fairy or something, they just screw them up. 1 Light of what is it called? Intervention. This is a really enemy for Ghost Tricks. This card means no cards can be set. So if you have a Ghost Trick, it's your worst sniper because they go face up automatically. And this card is also for Ghost Tricks. If I have 1 more of these, I want to replace it for this one. This card means if your opponent flip summons a monster, if it's a 3 stars or less, they stay in attack mode as long as this card remains face up, and they cannot go back face down.
Ghost Tricks are a very annoying deck. Nice side.
Alright, and that's it, guys. That's my Spirit deck, May 2014. Once again, I'm Jesse from Team Patino. Hopefully you guys like it.
Before we go, do you have anything you want to edit with the deck? Any ideas to change it up? Or are you pretty happy with what you
I'm actually really happy. I might have 1 more card I'm going to take out, but